everybody, listen, Fox News and CNN have been losing viewership like crazy. Let me see if I still have it loaded in my picture slots. Nope. Okay, so mainstream media is losing customers like crazy, and everyone's going to social media for their news. Okay, they go to like places like, all right, the Senate and Israel came out with these numbers right here from their research. They said that Gen Z gets 10 times more news information from TikTok than CNN and Fox News combined. Think of how powerful those numbers are, man. That's insane. So we are educating people. Our politicians are liars. Even worse is our media is a bunch of damn liars too. Because there's real journalism is you take all your personal opinions, fold them up, put them in your pocket, and just report cold hard facts and let the viewer decide their own opinion. You're not supposed to tell the viewer your freaking opinion. You're supposed to present facts and let them form their own opinions. So our media is not our media does not have journalists. They have media propaganda. Fox News is all right-wing slanted. CNN is all left-wing slanted. A real news media is supposed to show you what is on the right side and left side in equal light and let you present it. Nobody does that. Marilyn, thank you so much. And we do the best we can on here for that. And I definitely appreciate you. Appreciate you, court size, my friend. And Angels, did you have something to say?
Just I know the struggle, Eric. You know, I understand you. I know, and we feel you, and definitely, you know, you've really come a long way. And you know, I really admire what you've accomplished, and what you've done is nothing short of amazing, and exceptional. And you know, this is the best life, guys. You know, we have a little bit of everything. We have real talk, we have convos, we have a little bit of the back and forth debating when it's necessary, but no fitna, no drama, none of the negativity that can really, you know, taint something as wonderful as this. And as bad as it is right now in Palestine, they're counting on us to be their voice, to be that shining light for them, and the people who speak up for those who can't speak up for themselves. So definitely in this with you, Eric. You know, we all love you, we support you, and you know, we gotta just keep going and keep trying to you know, extend the presence, which is why I'm always trying to encourage the chat, you know, to share the live as much as possible, because this really gets Eric out there and it extends his presence, you know, to areas and places that have not seen him. And you know, this is just something that's going to continue to grow, and we continue to hope and pray that we see more and more new people coming in, as well as, you know, everybody who's always here with us, supporting this. We love you. We love you a lot, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you very, very much. Yeah, it's a group
Eric,
effort too, man. Because
I just want to say to you on this last note. I know I didn't realize I was still on here. Eric, everything that Angel said, you are the best. I keep telling you that
Thank you,
every
buddy.
day I talk to you. You. I mean, I didn't go. I'm repeating. I'm mumbling, but I didn't start with you when you first started. But being on this live and learning so much from you, you know, I'm 50 years old. I know a lot, but learning from you is a lot to me, because you teach me stuff I don't know at 50. So you're awesome, Eric. I seriously think if you ever need to go to journalism, if you want to do this as a career, let me know. I'll back you 100%. You know. And
if I went to college for it, they'd just try and brainwash me to freaking being one-sided. I mean, I try and stay true to my word and show both sides equally, and let people, you know, I try and do like the right way, and, you know, try not right wing, left wing, but straight ahead, and freaking just, you know, for the greater good and things that we all agree on, man. So I think, I mean, at the current rate I'm going, hopefully I will have a job in like a real high media within a few years at this rate. So. I mean, dude, it's been 9 months. I've had a presidential candidate on my show twice. I never saw that coming.
I was going to tell you because I got my political science degree from UNLV in Vegas. I got a political science degree. I was a Republican, switched to a Democrat. Now I'm an independent because I learned from all walks of life. And I was a Republican in college because I was a Reaganite. I know his economics wasn't great, but I liked Reagan because he always know how to talk to people. But the thing is, I went to school. My teacher was Republican. I worked with Dina Titus. I don't know if you remember her from Nevada. She was a Democrat. Harry Reid, he was my teacher too. He's a Democrat. So I walked on both sides of the red and blue. But here I am, 50 years old. I'm an independent. So I feel you. As a journalist, it's hard to keep, like, Chris Tucker, for instance. He got fired, but it's hard to be biased. But you know what? You're doing a great job. It's hard for me to be biased because I'll talk smack about Republicans. I'll talk smack about Democrats. That's just the way I am. But you are awesome. You're being biased and bullshit. That's why I love this show. I look at other lives. People are just like all over the place. Like you said, they're chatting, arguing, disrupting each other. But this show, you're doing a great job. So on my last note, I'm going to call it a night. You're awesome, Erik. Just keep it up. And we got your back, buddy.
Thank you super duper much, my friend. I super duper appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you to everybody, man. I definitely appreciate it. We've all come a long way because it's not just me. There was a lot of people who helped me, and we all working together. It's a big giant group effort. Remember, everybody, we rise and fall together. So thank you, Raiders. Thank you, Courtsize. And I think right now I'm on Palestinian American. Is that where I'm at? Palestinian American, welcome to the show. Go right ahead.
Hi, how are you doing, Erik?
Good, my friend. Good.
I've been watching you for a while, and I just come in and out and see everything that you do. And I'm a Palestinian American. I really appreciate all the effort that you're putting in there. My only suggestions and my only something that for example, I really appreciated, for example, the Zeteo, the Mahdi Hassan or Hassan Mahdi. He put together when he was fired, or when he quit CNBC or MSNBC. He came in and he did something really good and unique, and he was able to put together his own network, if you will. And I think the way that the way your presentation is done, the way that you conduct this, you could push that even further and higher. And I'm not really sure how the social media space is doing, and how you can break from there, and how can I've seen when you had the interview with Jill Stein, and I thought that was incredible. I think you could do more with to get high profile people to come to the show and see that they can get a lot of information out there to everybody. My only thinking that I'm a business owner myself, and I always appreciate people when they can think outside the box and just go and find something that they're passionate about and push themselves to accomplish something. And that sphere of the social media is wide open. I don't think there is anything that can stop somebody from really going up there and even have subscribers and people who can who are willing to pay for services like that. Honestly, from October 7th till now, I did not watch none of CNN, none of the mainstream media, none of it. I just maybe the second or third day after October 7th, I stopped. I never turned my TV on. I used to watch them all the time. So it's it's something that I would say that it's a captive audience. There's a lot of stuff that can be done. I'm not an expert in that field. I don't know much about it. I'm talking about the social media field, but I feel like there is a lot of things that can be done. And I am one of those people who always propose that your audience, you need to connect with your audience outside of the platform. I'm talking about getting their
Oh no,
emails,
no,
getting
believe me.
their phone
Listen,
number.
I go to like local pro pally. I mean, besides local, Washington D.C. Like I'm going to the next. I went to Washington D.C. last pro pally event, and I'm going Washington D.C. this time. I was also Apocrypha. Thank you so much. I was also invited to do a live show from the National Democrat Convention in Chicago, Illinois, 1 month from now with Code Pink. So that actually puts me, I mean, Washington, D.C. and Democrat National Convention, that's some pretty big shit. So I'm going into those places and being welcome into those places. So no, I'm definitely connecting in-person connections too. I'm doing that, buddy. I am. There is, this is social media is also, it's like a place to grow, but it's also a launching point where you can get into other stuff from social media too. But yeah, yeah, thank you so much for your compliments and your recommendations. Anything else you wanted to add, my friend?
I just want to add one more thing in there. In order for you to, because I know that a lot of TikTok and a lot of these accounts could be banned, and you could lose all of your viewership, and you have to build them again and from with other two accounts, whatever. I would say one of the things that I always admire is that if you can put something in there where somebody can subscribe with their email or their phone number or both and the name, just a subscription that you can always go back to in order for
Oh no,
you to
they
build
have
your platform.
we do have, there's a TikTok has a subscription. Abundance Coach, thank you so much. TikTok has a subscription thing on here. I think it's like $3 a month. I have it set to like the lowest number because TikTok recommends the numbers, and I picked the lowest, cheapest one possible for everybody. No, there is stuff. I don't make much money. I make enough money to survive. I usually make about half of minimum wage, but I don't give a damn because it's for the cause. It's not about money, everybody. It's for the cause. So it's all
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I'll get my
understand, but
rewards in the end. I'll get my rewards in the end. It's all
yeah,
good.
I understand. But sometimes we all have to survive a little bit so that we can at least
It's all
stay
good. I'm
stay
happy.
on.
I
Thank
live
you.
I live comfortable. I'm not rich or nothing like that. But I'm happy. I got everything I need. I'm all cool. And like I said, it's all cool. And when we have victory, I'm probably. I mean, if the whole pro poly movement wins. I mean, when it wins, not if. When it wins, I mean, I'll probably have a better job that'll actually pay me some money. I don't mind. We're doing it for the cause. Like I don't even think twice about the money. I don't give a damn. I have enough money to survive on. That's all I need. I don't live fancy shit. I got nice stuff, but I'm not insanely expensive or nothing. So I'm good, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much,
You're
my friend.
awesome.
Thank
You're
you, buddy.
awesome. Thank you.
Let me Palestinian American. Thank you so much for swinging on by. Now my next guest is Russell again. Russell, welcome back to the show, my friend. What's up, Russell? Hello, how are you, buddy? Russell, are you there? And let me do a microphone request. Sometimes people have a hard time getting their microphone. White box.
Yeah,
There you are.
there
Hello,
we
my
go.
friend.
I couldn't unmute myself. How are you,
It's
buddy?
all good.
Yeah, I just want to echo what Angel said, right? And I totally agree. And I really appreciate this live because all other lives that I go to, it's like screaming, shouting, and no real information, right? But this is the only place you could actually get the information. We can actually educate the people that come here to listen, right? And so I really appreciate what you do. So thank you so much.
No, thank you so much, my friend. I definitely appreciate you. Shitin Yahoo, thank you in the comment section. And no, yeah, that's one thing. Like I'm always adapting and stuff like that. And I there's a lot of shows where people are just screaming over each other and stupid stuff like that. No, we have a little bit of structure and organization to this show, and we keep it high information. We keep we're always updating people on the news, and we get thank you to everybody who posts news stories in the Discord. I use that a lot, even if I don't get through all of them, like, because I download them all and I read them all to catch up on all the news. And even though if I don't, because we're at a time frame, but I mean, I'm always sharing the stuff that I share on the show. It's stuff that's posted mostly in the Discord where everybody's reading the like politics all around in many different places, and they all dump it in the Discord. Link is in my profile. You have a welcome and rules section. Scroll to the bottom, hit emoji. All the chat rooms are open up for you. Everything we discuss on the show, all the videos we talk about, discuss, and all the videos we're not allowed to show because it's too graphic. We have it in the Discord. We call it the Disco. Link is in my profile if you want to check that out and communicate with everybody behind the scenes, before and after the show, and during the show. So let me get to Alexander. What happened to Russell? Russell glitch out? All right, I think was he all done? So let me get to Alexander. Go ahead, Alexander. No, yeah, I think he did finish, didn't he? Okay, Alexander, welcome to the show. Microphone request. And there you are. Hello.
Hi, how are you, Eric? Thank you
Good,
for
good. How are
what
you?
So. Been dealing with a lot of things. But I want to tell something that people need to remember. These wars, they didn't start from nothing. They did start because of what Trump did. So if Trump is elected, we are on a big trouble. It was Trump who opened the door for Russia to start the war with Ukraine. It was Trump who started all of this because he opened the door for a lot of things. When he stopped founding the NATO, when he stopped founding certain things, and he opened the door because he gave power to Russia. So please, people, I'm not Biden. I'm not against Trump. I'm not against Biden. I'm just thinking that we are on a point that everything is so dangerous. And for the statements that we have been seeing Trump saying about he's going to finish the war on Ukraine, he's not going, even Putin laughed on him. So he's not going to finish any wars. Actually, he's going to, because he gains with this. Trump gains with these wars. He's gaining money with these wars also. So I just want to people pay attention on all the politics. Don't listen to the politics here. Listen to the politics in Europe, because the information that comes from Europe, it's much more open than the information that you get from the United States, unfortunately, because here they brainwash us. They only give us the information that they want us to know, and it's unbelievable. So that's what the only thing I wanted to say, Eric. And thank you for your work. You have been doing a wonderful work.
Appreciate you super duper much. Thank you so much, Alexandra. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show. Let me see.
Eric, can I speak for 2 seconds and you can drop
Sure,
me?
go right ahead, my friend. Go right ahead.
See, I have about 27,000 followers. Without asking people's approval, I do on my own. You know, everybody has to contribute something. So I do my own lives on Facebook so people listen. And then I just want to see, I don't know if you have your, if you give me permission, I can do your lives too. But I have to ask your permission because some people don't like.
No, go ahead. Yeah, do that. If you can rebroadcast, whatever you want to do with my live, go ahead. Go ahead. That's fine.
See, the sweetest thing is that, you know, your live is good, informative, but the broader audience in many other country are really not getting the picture of what's going on. Like what we're discussing, we are very limited. So that's why I keep asking that when are you going to do your YouTube, when are you going to do Spotify, so that, you know, there's 8 billion Muslims, but the entire world is standing for the cause of Palestine. So I'm saying, how can you spread your word? Because your face is here now. Erik Warsaw is basically a brand. So how can you apply it or implement it? And then you can literally go into starting your own kind of a studio where it could be like a TV show.
Man, I would love to get to that damn, because I've seen other social, I think they kind of, there's people who started, let me see, man, a whole bunch of names, big names, controversial though too. But I think most of them started and made their big ends on YouTube. And if I was doing this same stuff on YouTube, I would be making a lot, not from, YouTube makes money off of commercials, and then they give their content creators money. Like on here, I don't get nothing from TikTok. I get it from gifters. That is it. There's a lot more money and more people to be made off of YouTube. However, my content, oh man, like they would kick me off of you. There's people who's done like a lot of like Fit and Fresh. There's the two black dudes who talk about like politics, like the stuff you're not supposed to talk about in public. They talk about. They got kicked off of YouTube. Who's the other ones? There's right wingers and left wingers. Man, I'm thinking of one. I can't remember his name, but I remember his face. He's he's yeah. They were on YouTube, got huge on YouTube, and got kicked off of YouTube. So it's like, oh man, yeah. I would love to find paths. Rumble is one of the paths. I'm growing slowly on Rumble though.
Because you should know that they control the media, Eric.
I know that's part of it. I know.
The one girl was saying that in Europe, you're more open. In the United States, they control it. I bitched and complained to WGN in Chicago, the biggest chain, and I told them, why do you guys still use that T word? It's not a T word anymore. I've been watching you guys for 40 years, and you guys are still being bought, and everybody stay quiet. They didn't know how to answer me. And I'm like, no, do not use the T word. And everybody's bought. So, and another more interesting question, who do you think they want to replace Biden with? Another numbnut.
That's an awesome question. They can't.
Yeah.
Listen, all the other candidates that were up for, like Gavin Newsom, dude, they all suck. They have no alternatives. Ain't that sad? But same thing with the Republican Party.
I got like 20 marbles. I got like 20 marbles in my pocket, and I'm like, which one? You're still gonna do whatever the heck you guys want. Which one should I gamble? My best marble? Because I got a preference in my marbles. You know, when you're a kid, you know, and I'm like, who the hell? What are you guys trying to get to? And I'm like, this morning I woke up all hungover because last night it was 4th of July, which my nephew ruined it for me. You know what he did to me? He goes, you are a disgrace for wearing that kefia. Yeah, I'm like, a disgrace? You're 37-year-old and you don't even know shit about the world. And we duked at it. And I'm like, everybody's like, you never should have punched him in the face. He needed to be punched in the face. Don't you ever go against me, nephew, when I saw you being born when I was 20 years old. You numbnut. So, yeah. So, what do you think about the politics as of 2024? I want to know. That's one thing.
Here, someone in the chat room mentioned this is actually a pretty good. Someone said who would be an alternative for Joe Biden? Someone said Bernie Sanders. Here's a couple things about.
You know, we got Jill.
Okay. Now, Jill, guys, I was thinking about this. I think if the Democrat Party took Jill Stein as her candidate, they would win hands down. They would do huge.
Yeah, but we got APEC. We got APEC.
That's where I was going. APEC would not allow it. Jill Stein is anti-APEC. The Democrat Party is an APEC. Same as Republican. Democrats and Republicans, APEC baby.
Yeah, but with the machine funding all these millions of dollars, you know, they win 97.2 or something. It was like that. So we're like, do we need a revolution to outcast you guys from the voting agenda, or what the hell are we gonna do when these guys are putting all these millions and dollars? If you don't give in, what? That is the most demoralizing episode that I can see on the news when they're clearly in your face. They'll tell you, I vote for genocide and the Zionist Israel. Well, shit, you don't stand for the United States whatsoever. Do you know the Constitution? Do you know what it stands for? The Pledge of Allegiance? They don't know literally shit. I'm like, I wonder where the hell we're gonna end up, Eric. I don't even know. I'm
I
hoping
think
I'm.
we're at the point where it's kind of like revolution is not a want but a need. So I mean, we will see. We will, remember the people in power don't want to give up power. And APAC, everybody,
Yeah.
APAC needs to go down if we're going to ever have freedom.
It's
But
gonna happen.
if APAC goes down, Israel goes with APAC, so they will not allow it to happen.
Exactly.
So we have two mortal threats. Like it is, our life depends on APAC going down. Israel's life depends on APAC staying up.
You know,
So
we grew up so patriotic in the United States. United States and democracy and BS shit. And then I'm looking at the fireworks last night and I'm like, it's fucking bullshit. This ain't about patriotic anymore. It's about gaining economics, and we're not gaining nothing. We're only getting kicked on the side, like, hey, step away, son, kick you on the side and fuck you. F you, fuck you. So yeah, I know. I'm just wondering, these next 4 years, who's gonna rule the United States of America? Which is,
oh man, listen, it's
you
gonna.
know,
We
like,
shall see. We shall see. I wanted to finish something. I was saying on Bernie Sanders. Someone mentioned Bernie Sanders in the chat room. Remember, everybody, Bernie Sanders is not a Democrat. He's an independent. He switches to Democrat once every 4 years to run for president. In 2016, it was the Democrat Party that sabotaged him while he was running under Democrat. But here's the thing about Bernie Sanders, everybody. Joe Biden is 81 years old. Bernie Sanders is 82. Bernie Sanders is actually older than Joe Biden. Can we get some fresh blood in there, please? For the love, he was born in 1941. Holy smokes!
yeah,
George Soros, everybody, was he 94? George Soros was born in 1930. George Soros is an actual, this is how old he is. He is an actual real life NAZI. He was part of the Mustache Man's youth program, and he put on his little NAZI uniform and was handing out pamphlets and everything. That's how old George Soros is. He's an actual NIZI, like a real life one. Like, how old do you have to be an NIZI? World War II ended a zillion years ago.
Eric, you must know that in the 1940s, they were not really well educated, and either you went for the N party or you didn't. If you didn't go, then you were called a traitor or whatever, right? So I understand in the 1940s, we're in 2024.
Yep.
We cannot see this process go through again. It's
No.
if the young bloods, our nephews and sons, they get into politics and world affairs and they learn about religion, and religion is gonna wanna brainwash you, and politics. In God we believe. In God we believe. What the? We don't believe in God. Now
Ali,
did you know, Eric, that now there's a couple of states that they gotta teach you religion, or somehow I heard it this week that you gotta pledge allegiance to religion. Religion has got nothing to do with politics and world affairs in schools.
yeah, they've.
Did you hear something
I'm
about that?
very. Well, no, they want to bring back religion into schools and stuff like that. Now, I'm very, very pro-religion in a sense. Like, yeah, I'm very. I think that people are better off with the religion. So, if a person's Muslim or Christian or Buddhist, whatever, I think people are better off with religion than atheist. Trying to implement that in America is difficult because, like, well, America's not supposed to. The government is not supposed to show favoritism towards one religion. So whatever the government does, it has to be fair to Buddhists, Muslims, Christian. It has to be fair for Native American. Native Americans have their own unique religion too. So
now they're trying to implement that into your kids' minds in school, elementary, especially elementary. That's when you're starting to grow your mind. And I think it's messed up because maybe in your household, maybe you got another thinking, right? Because we all got a different thinking. because we got the right to choose religion and your thoughts and mind and critical thinking. There goes that critical thinking. You know, it's like, okay, if my kid doesn't want to believe it, I'm gonna teach him what's right and wrong. And in school, they're gonna teach you another adverse criteria, which the one that I'm trying to teach you, my son or my little niece or daughter or whatever, vice versa, right? And I
Yeah.
think it's like, where are we going? I'm like, I'm already lost, Eric. And I was like, okay, you can't teach your kids your own religion because the other religion says that you're wrong and the other one says that you're right. Oh my God, it's gonna be, I don't know.
We're definitely figuring it out as we go along, my friend. But
Yeah,
I think we all agree that we definitely need change in the system, and our system does not help or benefit anybody except for blueberries, zombies, zombie
no. What do you
blueberries.
think about
Alejandro,
freedom?
oh, one second, Alejandro. Islam, thank you very, very much in the chat room for the galaxy. Super appreciate you, my friend. That is awesome.
right.
Thank you,
Okay.
Alejandro. Thank you so much for swinging by. Let
I'm
me
good.
finish
I'm
up my
good.
last two
Say hi
guests
to
too.
Angie and everybody else.
Yeah, okay.
God bless you guys. If there's a
God
God,
bless you too, my friend.
I got my doubts that there's a God, because everybody's got different gods now. Oh my God!
It's all right, Alejandro. Thank you
But
so much, my friend. You're always
I'm so
welcome on the
proud of
show.
you guys, Eric.
Thank
I
you,
love
buddy.
you to death. You know me. I'm a
Appreciate you
loyal
super
to you.
duper much.
Yeah,
All
me
right,
too.
thank you, my friend.
All
God
right.
bless. All right, good. All right, Geek La Freak is next. Geek La Freak, welcome to the show, and go right ahead, Geek La Freak.
Assalamu alaikum, Erik Warsaw. Thank you so much for
Alaikum
allowing me on your show
salam.
again. Alaikum salam. I have a question about you about Levy non in Zombieland, and for everybody in the chat that it is not real. What do you think about the conflict? I think that Levy non is going to cover is not real Zombieland in water balloons head to toe. You know what I mean? And I don't want that to happen,
I
of
love your code
course.
talk.
I'm trying to be careful. I don't want that to happen, of course, because the infrastructure and everything is important at this point, especially if the Palestinian people are going to have anywhere to live afterwards.
Oh, you are absolute. I believe in the same thing. I do not want bombs to fall on Israel because all of Israel is going to be all of Palestine at the end of this war. And
Yes,
if
it
we
is.
blow up any Israeli buildings, well, that's a Palestinian home when this
Yep.
war is over because they're going to
And
get
it
all that
literally
back.
is Palestinian homes because they want to literally go back to their homes, their grandparents' homes, their family homes. And by the way, JBS TikTok dad is on. I want to shut up and give the floor to him because I absolutely love this man. I'm just going to give up my spot. Sorry. Yes,
All
I
right,
am.
me.
Yes, I am.
You
All
want
hail
to do
to the
that?
king. Yes, sir, I am. All hail to the king. I know my place.
JBS TikTok dad, I seen your live, man. You're on live shows like every day, man. So super duper appreciate you for doing that and super cool, man. I scrolled by. I didn't say anything. I just kind of watched in the background one of your shows just yesterday, Sue. So welcome to the show, everybody. Hit the follow button on JBS TikTok dad. I'm sure you already have anyway, but hit the follow button and go right ahead, my friend. Welcome to my show. Go ahead, my friend. Welcome.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. If I can share two stories, I'd love that. And one kind of a source for people to address, if that's okay with you, Eric, with your permission. Okay, cool. So the first thing, and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I want to share a quick story, and I think it amplifies the importance of what we do on these platforms. About a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sharing this on every platform, I would say almost 3 weeks ago now, I was on Ali's live, and there was a young man by the name of Akram. I'm not sure if you all heard about him. I've shared it on multiple lives, who was singing, had an infectious smile, was a guidance counselor, married, wife was pregos, had a young child. And it just so happened that my wife sang on the live with him that day as well, or not my wife, my daughter, sorry. My daughter sang that day as well. And I just found out yesterday that he was unalived. He and another gentleman who was an orphan, who was helping orphans. And I promised that I would share her story and the importance of ensuring that whatever we do, there's a purpose behind it. And the purpose is this young man and his family. His name is Akram. And so for those of you that don't know, they were hit 4 times boom, boom, 4 times. Now, we all know in today's modern age of technology, drones, aircraft have pinpoint accuracy. To hit where he was 4 times is deliberate, not indiscriminate, deliberate. And so I just wanted to share his story with you all as well, so that you all know who he is, and ensure that whatever you do, whether you see the change now, and you have seen tremendous change across the landscape, that change that we're looking for will come. We just need to continue to amplify the voices of the Palestinians and all underserved communities. The second thing, I'm sure all of you have seen the newest talking point about the Famine Early Warning Systems report. It's about a week behind on some. It came out June 25th in tandem with the IPC report. And when I held my live, I think on Tuesday of this week, I had Jonathan Alexander come up and explain it. And so the new talking point from Zionists today is that, well, there's no famine in Gaza. Well, that's misinformation. The IPC report is a global initiative report that defines 5 phases of hunger level. Phase 1, 0 issue. Phase 2, phase 3, minor issues. When you get to phase 4, it is starvation with mortality, right? Starvation with mortality. And phase 5 is complete famine. 22% of Gazans or Palestinians in Gaza which is about 500,000, are in phase 5. That does not mean the others are not in catastrophic situation. They're in phase 4, which includes mortality. The biggest thing you can extract from the FUSE report or the Famine Early Warning System report is that those Palestinians, based on information gathered from various sources, are retrieving food through various ways. Here's one: looking for it under rubble, looking for it in garbage, and looking for whatever they can to get food to sell. And so the attachment to that, what people are trying, well, their hunger issue isn't as bad as the US. Well, the US surveys that are pulled do not measure what I just alluded to. They actually measure the count or the quality of the food. So if Erik ate 5 beans today and he ate 4 yesterday, that's a difference in the US polls. Now we still have a hunger issue in the US, don't get me wrong, but it's completely, there's no parallel to what's happening to the Palestinians in Gaza. So it's fuse.net. You can pull up the report as of June 25th, and the IPC Global Initiative report, you can go through it. It's very extensive in terms of reading, so I would encourage you to take a deep dive and go through it to fully understand what's happening. And don't forget Akram. Akram is why we do what we do, right? Akram. So if I can get all of you in the chat with Erik's permission to type in Akram in the chat, that would be awesome. AKRAM, Akram. And so please, and thank you, Erik. That's all I had to say. And because guess who's up here now? Nader. Oh, he dropped.
When he just disappeared too. He was up and disappeared.
No, not
What happened to
Nadar.
Nader?
Come back, Nadar.
Oh, I see him in the chat room. It might have glitched out.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it, Erik. That's what I wanted to share with you. And so for those of you that want to, you got it. For those of you that want the full explanation, I record all the reads and I post them to conversewithjbs.com. That'll be edited, so you can go in there and listen to it. Jonathan gives a great explanation of all the indices that are used to determine starvation and hunger levels. And so conversewithjbs.com, it'll be posted this week for this last Tuesday. That's all I have. I'll drop to create space for everyone. Geek, thank you. As much respect to you. And now that Habibi, good to see you, and we'll chat later.
Alaikum salam to you, brother.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Angeles. Thanks, everyone. Bye, Ports.
Our buddy Nat, thank you, JBS. You're always welcome on my show, man. Everybody, please hit the follow button on JBS, man. Thank you so much for swinging by. Nader is having some problems here because he's not loading. Oh, Nader, are you there? Rezkan, I have not forgot about you.
I'm here.
All right, everybody, this is Nader from El Mayadeen News Network. Thank you so much for swinging by. Nader, I was actually planning on calling you tomorrow too. I was going to discuss with you. Tomorrow on tomorrow's show, we have Congress candidate Diane Sayre coming on at 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you'd like to swing by and ask her a question or whatever like that, but she's independent. And I forget who last time she ran against Chuck Schumer. She tried to unseat Chuck Schumer. Unfortunately, she lost. This I forget who she's running against this time. I keep forget. I see it and then I forget about it 5 minutes later. But Diane Sayre, so she's independent, not Republican, not Democrat, runs down the middle, and she's pro Pally. So if you want to, please swing on by tomorrow sometime after 9. If
Absolutely,
you can.
I will.
But,
Of course, I look
all
forward
right,
to
all right.
it. Man, you don't even have to ask. I always check to see what's going on. This is the #1 show in my life on TikTok. So
Listen, we're growing
just
in
so
power,
everybody
man.
knows. That's why I think it's very important. I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Everybody here, 259 people, share the live. If you're not following, you better follow. Don't be an asshole. All right, listen. I would turn on my camera. I'm a very sexy guy, but I'm in bed right now, and that's not so sexy. So, and plus, JBS
That could
was
drive
just
up
up here, and I
viewership, man. That
cannot
would
top that.
drive viewership through the roof. What are you talking about?
Through it would give you, instead of, man, just divide that by 10, that number up there. That's what you would have. But JBS was up here, and I can't top that. I saw him in a live. He was working out. I said, oh, shit. I got to keep my camera off. But listen, everybody in here, seriously, I mean, the most important thing I can say right now is that, in addition to what JBS was saying about the famine, we were able to feed some people in Gaza, last week. And one thing that's arising as an obstacle is the fact that it's really difficult now. They're making it difficult for us to even donate money on different platforms like GoFundMe's or Stripe or Zelle or Zephy, even within the United States, if they know that it's going to go to do anything in Gaza. So this is like horrendous. We're finding some problems with that now, and so one might say, can you use a different organization to do that? Well, not really, because even if we collaborate with them, like I can't use like Human Refuge if somebody else's organization has a problem, because then I'm going to have a problem, because it'll be a problem with everybody, and we need to keep our organizations functioning. But that's a huge issue, and they're not giving any reason why they're doing it, but we could very well assume that it's because of Gaza. And that's why it's really important for people to know who they're voting for, because when you know who you're voting for, you need to know who you can speak to. I mean, imagine right now in Congress, if I went to any senator, any representative in Congress right now, and I said, look, we're having this problem, they're going to look at me and they're going to say, yeah, well, blame the H group. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say something stupid like that. And so we need to have people in Congress that we can speak to about these problems. So on so many levels, it's very important that everybody comes in here tomorrow, even if you're not from the district of this Congress, this potential or this candidate. You need to be able to support. You need to support, people on the right side of history all across the country. You don't have to be a member of that district to support them by donating to their campaigns. And listen in. I see that my you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you dropped out for a second. You're back now. I can hear you. Go ahead.
This for a second, just because I turned my network off, but you guys can hear me okay? I think it should be better now.
I can hear him. Yeah.
We're good? Okay. Yeah, so please understand that you may have relatives or friends that live in this person's district. So come in, listen in, understand what their platform is all about, and then definitely share their information with your friends, your family in that district. If you have no friends and family in that district, even if you don't, support that candidate if you agree. I mean, I'm not telling you who to support, who to back, who not to back. But if you do, just realize that you can support these candidates. So that's really all I had to say. But, the most important thing right now is that you understand that this platform right here, Erik's platform, What everybody does here, I mean, and his team is amazing. They're trying to get the information out to you, the information you don't get anywhere else.
No, you don't get this anywhere else for sure.
It's not, nobody gets paid to do this. That's the thing.
No,
That's what I don't
we ain't get
understand
shit.
about people that are not willing to share information. No one here is getting paid. TikTok doesn't pay shit. So no
No,
one
it
here is
doesn't,
getting
sadly.
paid to
I
do
wish they would,
anything.
but
Yeah, I mean, we wish. Yeah, I mean, and you deserve it, honestly. But nobody here is getting paid. So know that this is just to provide you with valuable information that you actually need in your life. You need to understand what the government is doing, what the government's all about, and you need to understand how to become active. I'm telling you, life is short. If you're not going to stand for anything other than just coming into a live and doing nothing with the information, I'm sorry, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you, big time. So this is your opportunity right now in this we're living in a very historic time right now.
oh, it really
This
is,
your
dude. We're on the
opportunity to do
verge of a
something.
revolution, for God's sakes. No, this is historic. We're not just watching. We are a part of history right here, for sure. This is the
Absolutely,
front
and
line. Yeah.
this is the time that you could do something for your, for your grandchildren. You may not even have children now, but I'm telling you, everything that you do today is going to help your descendants in the future.
Geekla Freak has a Natter. Geekla Freak has a question for you, really quick. Geekla Freak, go ahead.
Hello, Natter. I'm Geekly Freak. Also, Amy, thank you so much for taking the time to ask my question. I was going to ask how. Give me 1 second. So sorry. It's okay, honey. I was getting some cereal. I was going to ask, who do you think is an appropriate candidate or candidates for the running for presidential, our votes coming up very soon? And also, the pending question of a lot of Americans' minds, does it even matter?
Yeah, okay, I'll answer the second question first. Yeah, it matters. It matters big time. Not necessarily who you vote as far as like a third party candidate. So I'm going to tell you this notion that, it's a wasted vote if you're not voting for either the Democratic or the Republican candidate, that's bullshit. Because there is no less of two evils. Evil is evil. Evil is evil. These guys are two sides of the same coin. So now that if we could agree on that, I'll tell you that voting any third candidate, we know Jill Stein is not, we wish she would win. I think it's better to back one candidate in the third party. Like, I'm going to vote for Jill Stein. I've made that decision. Do I think she's going to win? No. However, the reason why I'm not going to write a name in or put or vote for anybody else is because I want my voice to count for something, so that when she gets all the votes, all the third party votes, or most of them, at least the other two parties are going to understand, oh, she must have got it. She must have got the pro-Palestinian vote. She must have got the anti-AIPAC vote. So that these two parties,
yes, the message
future,
it sends is a big influence in itself. Yes,
exactly. So that in the future, 4 years from now, when the Democrats and the Republicans, the strategists are looking to see, hey, where did that vote go? What did she get? Oh, she got the anti-AIPAC, anti-Zionist, pro-Palestinian, Palestinian American vote, the voice, the Arab American voice, the Muslim American voice. Those are the voices they never looked for before. They've always looked for the Hispanic vote, the women's vote, the African American vote. They've always been after those votes, but they've never been after, for example, the Arab American vote, as an example, because they vote all over the place, right? You have Arab American businessmen that voted for Trump. You have, a lot of them that voted for Biden last time, but they were all over the place, so they're negligible for these parties to actually go after. So we need to, once in our life, put all of these votes, the Muslim American, the anti-Israel vote, we need to put them together so that they mean something. So now you have an entire group that they have to go after. They're going to be forced to. I'm not saying that in 4 years they're going to change their foreign policy, but they are definitely going to, we need to be heard. We need to at least have them come and ask us, hey, what can we do to get your vote? So that's where I'm at with that. So it does matter. Don't let anybody tell you, hey, a vote for a third party is a vote for Trump. You know
Man,
what?
thank you
Maybe,
so much.
yeah, no problem. I mean, maybe it's a vote for Trump. I mean, maybe Trump gets more than Biden and he ends up winning. You know what? I really don't give a shit.
I'm not voting for Biden. I agree with you that they are the same coin. Thank you so much for letting me ask my questions, Erik.
Mm, Thank you for asking. I mean, I get that question all the time,
I bet you
and
do.
I'm told that all the time. I mean, people get pissed off at me in my neighborhood when I'm walking my dog, and they ask me, and I say, God damn it, man! Like, just leave me the hell alone. And there used to be a time where nobody asked anybody who you're voting for,
Hmm.
right? It
Well, you're
was a
becoming
really
so
personal thing.
popular. You're so popular now. Everyone
Oh,
wants to
no, but I
know.
mean, like, just in general, today everybody's asking everybody, who are you voting for?
Hmm.
Or who did you vote for?
I
And,
know.
years ago, I mean, when I was younger, that was just a personal thing. Like, hey, I go into the ballot box and nobody can see who I'm voting for, and that's it.
Yeah, you're totally correct. My grandma used to never even really talk to me about who she was voting for. She was like, "Don't look."
Well, I mean, it was a different time too. Like right now, everybody, the whole country is very, very polarized, and
Mm.
so you're either good or bad in everybody's opinion. So
It's
uh,
very two extremes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But if anybody wishes there was a third party, like we had a three-party system, well, the only way you're ever going to get there is to actually start voting for a third party.
Yeah, it would take a few elections just to even do that. And I
Yeah,
mean,
I
if
mean,
you're
it's not like
voting third party, even if she doesn't win one, the minor victories without the main victory, like even if we lose the whole bunch of battles we won with one, she's talking about APAC and raising awareness. Two, she's breaking taboos. She's making it like not taboo to talk about APAC and questioning Israel and everything like that. So she's giving us tons of like small victories in the process of trying to become president. So, and we appreciate that. And yes, by a whole bunch of people voting for her, it sends a huge message like, dude, you guys better, Republicans and Democrats better start changing, or else competition is going to come and wipe your both out off the freaking map. So get your act together. No, 100%. Yep.
yeah, and to be honest with you, more important than who you're voting for, vote for yourself and become active. Vote for yourself and be active. That's I think more important than who you're actually going to vote for. For government, you have to be more active. You guys, I mean, if everybody was more active, we could get a lot more accomplished. But anyways, thank you for having
Yes.
me up. I
Thank you
just
for
had to come
coming,
up.
my friend. I definitely appreciate you. And
I
I
appreciate
will hopefully be seeing you on July 24th
Oh
when I go
yeah,
down in Washington, D.C. And also, I got to say that, listen, we're now climbing, we ourselves are climbing into power. Like we're having more and more influence, and someday we're gonna have some victories. Like Diane Sayre, if she gets into Senate, which is a good chance, dude, that's us have it's they're us. We're not just limited to TikTok anymore. We have outside influence, and if we can actually have inroads into politics, dude, that is huge.
yeah. I
Jill
mean,
Stein,
that's
Code
and that was my
Pink,
point.
Diane Sayre, yeah, dude, we're
Yeah, that
winning.
was my point. We need
We're
people we can
growing.
talk to. We need people we can talk to that are in there, and we're on the way.
Hmm.
We're on the way, and it's a beautiful thing. And you are a beautiful man.
Thank you, buddy.
All right,
No,
I'm
we're
going to
we're
step
definitely
down.
definitely winning, and dude, this Zionist empire that controls absolutely everything is going to fall. We're going to get power, and we're going to remove them.
It's
They're not going
falling,
to control the.
Erik.
It's
Yeah, they're
falling.
not going to control the media anymore. They're not going to control APEC is not going to control Congress anymore. The ADL is not going to control our colleges and all the stupid brainwashing that happens in colleges. No, we're gonna win this shit. Definitely.
I mean, I really believe. I always think about this. I really believe that the polarization that we're seeing now is really because of desperation. I mean,
Hmm.
you have the two parties are really, really desperate to stay in power, hold power, become stronger, and that desperation really is because people are waking up, and they have been waking up for a while. People have had more independent thought over time, and they're going to try to change laws to the way they want them to be as quickly as possible. Same concept, by the way, that the Zionist state right now is doing as much as it can right now, because it knows that it won't be able to do it in the future, because everybody's waking up. Everyone's waking up. All of the damage that they're doing now, all of the increase in settlement building and the stealing of land right now, and what they're doing in Gaza, and that's the same thing they want to end up doing in the West Bank. They're on the fast track to do it, because they want to beat all of the fact that the whole world is waking up to stop it. And so that's what we're seeing. And the same thing here in the United States. We're seeing this extremism on both sides, these two parties, because they want to put their laws into place. And look at the Supreme Court, what it's doing. I mean, these guys, have a lifetime service in the Supreme Court, and they're changing laws so that nobody else can change them. And I think it's out of desperation. So, anyways, everybody just be more active, read, ask questions, and participate, and share information with everybody you know. And I promise you, the world will be a better place just because you're in it and you did something.
Thank you so much, Nader.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
you very,
friends.
very much.
Have a good night. I'm going to listen in for a little bit until I fall asleep, probably.
All right. Let me get to RezCon, because RezCon's been waiting patiently for a long time. Everybody hit the follow button on Nader. Please hit the follow button of El Mayadeen News Network. Thank you, Nader, for swinging on by. You're always welcome. RezCon, thank you for your patience. Go right ahead.
Hi, Eric. You all right? So basically, there's quite a few things. I've been triggered, and I'll explain that at the end. So hopefully, so just please bear with me. So I'm just going to kind of go over the things that I've kind of been watching over the past couple of days. So 2 days ago, Israel, it was it's reported that Israel has illegally claimed 9.15 square miles of occupied West Bank so far this year, right? Then, Then 1 day ago, Israel approved 5,295 new homes, new house units in the illegal settlements across occupied West Bank, as well as recognizing 3 new settlement outposts. Then 1 day ago again, the H Group of Lebanon, they launched 215 missiles and rockets at Israel. So then 14 hours ago, sorry, just bear with me. So 14 hours ago, Qassem brigades say they have unalived 10 Israeli soldiers in Shujaya. Then, sorry, bear with me. 16 hours ago, Israeli police used brute force to break up a peaceful protest in Haifa. So they're talking about against the G side, and that they are obviously trying to pushing these people about so they don't do that. 6 hours ago again, so an analyst says, according to him, the US is fed up with Netanyahu's maneuvering and deception, because I think they're getting sick of it, because he's making them look like idiots, basically. And then, sorry, bear with me. 3 hours ago, Palestine football soccer team have determined to play World Cup qualifiers in occupied. They're determined to play in the West Bank, occupied West Bank, after advancing further than ever before. So this is soccer, what you would call soccer, right? Bear with me 1 second. So I've kind of been making notes because my head's like fried right now. Also, 2 hours ago, Israeli attack unalived 3 people. 2 journalists, one of them Saad Madouk, and another one Ahmed Sakar. So they've unalived 2 more journalists. So before this, it was 153 journalists. So obviously this is adding to the numbers. So so I wanted to just say, on top of everything else, so there's been so much going on with everything that's happening right now. It's absolutely disgusting. They've what they've done is a couple of days ago, I went on to a pro Zionist, but I didn't actually go onto the live. I was watching it, and then I had to jump in because what they were doing was they were mocking what's going on in Gaza. They were saying, well, if I'm eating ice cream, people are saying that I should be feeling bad. I don't think I should be feeling bad. This is just, why should, and they were laughing at this. They were laughing about children starving. They talk about people starving. They're talking about calories. These are disgusting people. How can you laugh? It doesn't matter what the situation is. How can you laugh at people starving when there's 1 in 5 people right now that are food insecure, right? So that's 1 in 5. So they're saying it's near enough 500,000 people that are food insecure in Gaza right now. And you people are laughing at this? There's something seriously wrong with you. If you are seeing children's, limbs being blown off, children decapitated in bits, even other people, women, disabled people, elderly people, even the innocent civilians, and you are laughing, there's something seriously wrong with you. You need your heads checking. Right. Also, I need to say, so basically, Nada was it that mentioned the voting and what's going on in the US. In the UK, we've had our votes. And Labour has won. Labour, the actual representative, Keir Starmer, is pro-Israeli. He has outright said he believes in the right for them lot to defend themselves, but he had a landslide victory. That for us has not been great because of what the man stands for, unfortunately. But in England, it's the same thing. We're having cost of living. They're telling people, the 18 plus males, that they're going to make military, service mandatory for 18 plus males. It's all disgusting. And yet they've got money. They've got no money for our doctors, our services here, the emergency services, but they've got money to fund, wars abroad. It's absolutely vile. But yeah, sorry, I was trying to do it fast. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rezkan. Appreciate you. Somebody in the chat room named Maymo asked, is there any way we can get Trump supporters not to support the blueberries? Listen, guys, I got to mention a quick little note.
Real
about
quick,
perception.
I can't mute myself for some reason. I'm having a hard time.
Then go ahead. Have your turn. I'll say what I was going to say afterwards. Go ahead.
I was just trying to mute myself.
Thank you.
For some reason, I can't mute myself. Rez,
go ahead, my friend.
The question is for Rez. Have you been following up on Bisan, or she's a?
I've seen her videos. She's been crying. They've just she's saying that she'd rather be unalive than go through this because she can't see it anymore. It's absolutely disgusting.
And from the last time I heard, she was on a convoy or something. Trying to escape, and I'm trying to figure out where she's at.
She was in a state. She was crying. She was saying that she'd rather be unalive than see any more of this because it's too much for her to bear.
That's all
I've not seen any videos since, unfortunately.
Thank you. You can drop me now.
Okay. Buddha, Rezkan, thank you. Wrong button. Hey, moderators, did you guys notice that moderators, they have the countdown button back on, do you see that? Click on them, click on the panel where it's to the very, very right, it says countdown. Maymo asked, can we get Trump supporters not to support blueberries anymore? Guys, listen, so when I'll use the Republican perspective first. When Republicans look at the Democrat and the Democrat Party, what they see and what they like, MSNBC was reporting all day long. Oh, all Democrats love Joe Biden. Everybody supports Joe Biden. That's what Republicans see. That's what Republicans think. No Democrat, like everybody in this chat room, anybody who's left-wing Democrat does not like Joe Biden. They want the Democrats to replace with somebody else. They want Jill Stein. But this is stuff that Republicans don't know and don't see. All right. Now, from us looking at the Republicans on the Democrats on the surface are different than the Republicans in real life. Republicans on the surface and Republicans in real life. Republicans and Democrats on the surface, they're all, oh yeah, we're super duper pro-Israel. When in reality, both sides, like underneath the surface, how they speak to each other on social media, dude, they can't. Go ahead, go to Twitter, go to Rumble, listen to what they really say. They don't like Israel. They don't like it at all. This is some of the stuff that I seen yesterday. They blame Joe Biden for being way too pro-Izzy. They don't like that. They don't like that Trump kisses Izzy's butt too much either. They're not that happy with that. They like other things that he does. But one of the accusations that they have against Joe Biden is that they notice it and we notice it too. Like, why did Joe Biden put like his head chief of staff in the White House, the head of the FBI, the head of the CIA, the head of our economy, the head of our health department, the heads of everything are all blueberry? Like, are you serious? You just made the entire government run by one small ethnic group of people? But I mean, it's stuff they talk about too. So what you see on the surface of their opinions, like whatever Fox News says, it does not reflect what all Republicans think, just like what CNN and MSNBC. CNN and MSNBC report that all Democrats love Joe Biden. I mean, come on, we all know that's true, not true. So listen to what they say in their social media. You'd be surprised that there's many Republicans are not happy with the Izzy situation, and a lot of them, yeah. So it's all bad. There's a lot of people on the right wing and left wing that agree. You'd be surprised at how much people agree on if you kind of like remove the media. There's a lot of Republicans and Democrats that like, hey, why are we sending money to Israel? Why are we sending money to Ukraine? Dude, we have a serious drug problem in America. These are all things that Republicans and Democrats speak a lot about, even behind the scenes. So just our politicians are pro-Ukraine on both sides. Democrats, Republican politicians are pro-Ukraine for no reason. Well, because they get paid. It's not for no reason. So that's kind of what's going on beneath the surface. Dude, it's, you know, everyone is discontent. There's discontent on the Republican and Democrat side for sure, for sure. Angels, anything else you wanted to add before it?
Just a great live. We had a really good show tonight, guys. It's
It was, yeah.
really great to be here, you know, to be a part of this, and to be on such a wonderful team, and to share these moments with everyone here. Each and every one of you bring so much value to this, to the movement. Just like Nader, who said, you know, it's all about us, and it's about us wanting to put our best foot forward, and just keep supporting, keep talking about Palestine. Do not stop talking about Palestine. Do not stop mentioning Palestine. This needs to remain in the minds and hearts and spirits of each and every one of us, especially people in power, because at the end of the day, they do fear us. They fear the power that we have within ourselves, because we can really vote these people out if we really, really, truly wanted to.
Oh, turning out that way, man. Will Chi, thank you so much. The Democrats are scared. I mean, you know, freaking Joe Biden is dragging everything into the mud. For real, they should pick up Jill Stein. Democrats will not pick up Jill Stein, though, because Jill Stein is anti-AIPAC, and AIPAC pretty much rules both the Democrat and the Republican Party. So I think they'd keep her out of that, keep her out of the old boys club just because of that, for that sad reason. Yeah, guys, it's for real. This is history in the making. We're watching freaking the beginning of a revolution. Because I mean, that's kind of the way it looks. It could be a soft revolution where we just vote everybody brand new, or it could be a hard revolution because they refuse to change willingly. So we shall see. We shall see. Everybody have a great night. I did a little 38 minutes of overtime tonight. Tomorrow, Diane Sayre. She's running for Senate. She's going to be a special guest. We need her to win. There's only 100 people in the Senate. She's running as an independent. She's not Republican. She's not Democrat. You're gonna like what she says. She's awesome. There's already 4 independents in the Senate. Let's make it number 5. Yeah, tomorrow 9 o'clock, guys. We're growing in power. Like, we're having access into positions of power. If we can help get Diane Sayre into office, you know, then she's going to be helping us out too. Umu, thank you so much. Everybody, we're doing awesome. We're expanding. We're growing. We have bigger and bigger influence. God bless you all. See you all tomorrow. Umu, thank you so much on the way out. Good night, everybody.